Good morning, treasurers. This is your host, Parthesh Shah, co-founder of Fintech, and you are listening to Night Snippets. Here is all what you need to know before going into trade for 28th June 2021. In the international market, President Joe Biden announced Thursday that the White House had struck an infrastructure deal with the bipartisan group of senators. The lawmakers have now worked for weeks to craft a roughly $1 trillion package that could get through Congress with support from both the parties. At the same time, core personal consumption expenditure (PCE) price index rose 3.4% in May from a year earlier, as expected. The PC index is generally considered a wider ranging measure for inflation as it captures the changes in the consumer behavior and has a broader scope than the Labor Department's consumer price index. With the hope of stronger economic recovery and sticky inflation, US 10-year closed 5 basis points up at 154 percentage points and 30-year at 6 basis points up at 2.16 percentage points on Friday. In the crude oil market, crude is trading at $76.14 per barrel. Short-term range for crude is 74 to 77. If we talk about the night's success story in the crude, those who are our regular listeners would know that since crude was crossing $40 per barrel last year, we were eyeing an upside to $70 and then revised our target to $80 per barrel based on changing market scenarios. Our commodity trading clients have hit a jackpot this year in crude. We still expect crude has some more rally left and we may see a production war among the oil producing nations. If the oil producing nation production war does not immediately come, then the oil prices would soar to $100 per barrel in a year. And that, my dear friends, is night expectation for the crude. In the currency market, dollar index DXY is at 91.86. DXY's today's range is 91.59 to 92.32. USD CNY or Chinese yuan is at 646. USD INR with a high of 74.25 closed at 74.20. USD INR's range for today seems to be 74 to 74.40. Please note that for the last couple of days, we are not seeing an intraday high above 74.30, which implies a strong resistance, and in order for USD INR to reach 74.50-75 levels, it needs to break this level sooner. Otherwise, USD INR will become strong and will slip below 74 in few days. Fundamentally, 74.50 to 75 level is warranted, but can't comment on the short-term moves. In the domestic market, RBI disappointed market participants by not announcing an OMO and due to 585-2030 auction cancellation in the weekly gilt auctions. 585-2030 closed at 604 versus 601 the previous trading day. 563-2026 closed at 569 versus 565 the previous trading day. If we talk about 25th June 2021 GSEC auction cutoffs, 426-2023 cutoff at 427 as expected. 476-2061 cutoff at 710, slightly higher than the expectation but not a major challenge. 585-2030 all bids were rejected and auction for 585-2030 was cancelled. What signal did RBI send here by cancelling the 585-2030 auction? Well, while a devolvement in the 585-2030 bond was widely expected, the cancellation is a hitch in the borrowing program. RBI can't afford to cancel auctions on multiple occasions as RBI has to complete the borrowing program without any shortfalls. The demand is absolutely not there for 585-2030 at 6% levels and where majority of the free float is held by RBI. This means the traders will now shift their focus from 585-2030 to 563-2026 and 664-2035. Now, let's talk about the trading strategy for the week. On Friday, night's trading team had said, do not take long positions in 585-2030 before the auction cutoffs. Look at Friday's close. 585-2030 was down 3 basis points. Bang on. Last week we had asked you to wait for 563-2026 at 565 and now the yields have reached 571. Again, bang on. 664 GS 2035 is now at 671. Knight Research trading team is now advising to buy. I repeat, Knight Research trading team is now advising to buy 664 2035 at 671 and above, and 563 2026 as at 569 levels and above after 11 pm. Do not jump in to buy immediately, and do consult our research and trading team for the trading ideas, as the market scenarios will be ever changing. We expect the RBI yield control will now shift to 563 2026 and 664 2035, as no one is bidding in 585 2030. GSEP 2.0 will start from July, and there is very little free float left for 585 2030. Hence, RBI will do more of 563 2026 and 664 2035 purchases. Trading range for 585 2030 will be 601 to 605. That's it for today. You were listening to Night Snippets with Parthesh Shah, co-founder of Night Fintech. See you tomorrow with the new episode of Night Snippets.